What is up, guys? This is Lord Kranitos here with another Minecraft update on how the city is coming along for the Hellguard side. Alright. Um Back I fixed this ice before, but what had happened, there was a bit of an incident with the server. Something crashed, and even after a couple hours it would not get back up. So what had happened was I had to go to who hosts the server, and I got a bit of an upgrade, a new server that was upgraded. It's better than the old one because I didn't feel like dealing with it. Dealing with the old one, it was having a lot of issues with mobs not spawning since 1.0. So we just got a brand new server. I moved the map file over to this one. So we have a bigger server here, higher character limit, higher size limit, and no mob spawning issues, but obviously with a new server we didn't import mods. So some things are a bit messed up right now. We're lacking a few things, but we got spawning back. We got a stable server again. So there's that good news. Alright, first things first. The port, nothing here has changed at all, really. The buildings, there's still the same exact thing. There's really not much in them. I have made a couple changes to the walls, if you would notice. The actual wall part is thinner now, with these little thingamabobs, tower thingies going down, I guess. It was the same width the entire way down before, but kind of hated how that looked. So we decided to give that a little bit of change. Next thing is, this is an area I moved on to. I'm kind of happy with the fountain look. The snow, just like everywhere else, is going to have to be dealt with and controlled at one point. But as for something a little bit further down the road, this is over here is going to be the housing district. Now, I'm horrible at designing houses, so we're going to have to find out what exactly we're going to do with them. But as of now, this is kind of the crappy little prototype, I guess, that we made. Me and someone else. So I don't we'll see what goes on with that. I kind of moved away from this project for a little bit to a bigger and better things that take up a whole lot of time. This I just started last night, actually. This is going to be the garden and the farming district, and obviously since I just started this, there's really nothing here at all. But eventually this is going to be filled with stables of animals and gardens, and this is just an idea that I'm throwing out there. I had it with the old city, but I think I have enough room, depending on how many people we get on the server, to implement this. But like plots where people can rent in city, or they can grow their own crops and make their own food that they won't have to pay for unless you like rent it, I guess, or you can just grow it to sell the crops. I don't think it'll be that much if I do implement this idea, but it's just something I'm thinking about, where everybody can come and buy their own plot, or maybe they can share one with someone else. That way, I guess you don't have to go and buy your own food. You can just gather some supplies, come here, plant them, grow your own crap. We'll find out how well that goes when we get more people, and I can ask for some opinions on that. But this is pretty much what I've been spending all of my time on right here. Is basically what I'm doing is I am remaking all of the terrain around my city by hand. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last videos, but that was my idea. I'm pretty much building this train completely by myself. Well, not by myself, but myself. I'm using voxel and world edit for bigger things, like if I have to place a giant flat slab of something. But for the most part, when it comes to like these curves and the layers, completely by hand, and that's taking up a good deal of my time on this game. It was not bad until I decided I hated it, because this was all land before. But I hated the fact that my continent there was a big chunk of it that was not snow biome. It looked like crap, it made no sense whatsoever. So I decided to get rid of it and put a lake here instead, which I think looks pretty well so far, in my opinion. It's still not finished, and obviously the terrain around the actual lake area itself is complete crap, because I haven't done any work to it at all. That is a project for down the road. I don't know how near the future it's going to be, because, well, hopefully it'll be soon. I'll get started on that, but it all depends, because I've been bouncing around a couple projects lately, besides like the lake, pathways, the city itself, housing, garden district, mods. There's been a lot going on with the server lately that I've been kind of bouncing back and forth with, which explains why it's taken me such a long time to actually post an update video to even begin with. So, I mean, I'm trying my best to keep things going here, but trying to get the city going, updated, and all that fun stuff, but yeah, we'll see what happens. A little bit with server-wide things, we did, until we had to change servers, had the personal chest mod, which I don't know if you're familiar with it. If not, I don't know, but I'll just explain it now. Basically, we would use it for questing purposes, like, say I were to place a wooden sword in a chest that was a personal chest, and I enabled it as such. For everybody who would go and look in that chest, they would see a wooden sword until, say, one person took it out. Then if that person went back and looked in the chest, there'd be nothing there. But if someone else did, then there would be a sword in there for them until they took it out. So basically, it's a separate chest for each player who accesses it. Which now is going to be a neat mod that's going to greatly increase the variety of different quests that we can actually have. Another thing, let me get to spawn real quick. Something we recently put in, this is a change to the spawning area. What you're going to see is right when you get in, you're going to have two options here. This is going to be, down this way is just like the normal adventure, pick your race area with all the lore, all the different areas for the different races, and then at the end you have the teleporters. It will take you to, see, stand in your chosen race's symbol. This is where you choose your race. But if you're not really interested in the adventure aspect of the server, we're going to have a survival whitelisting option along with builder and modder and adventurer. It's going to be survival, which when you spawn, if you go to the left, there's going to be a little portal here that you can enter, and it will take you to a completely separate. Okay, that's annoying. But what it's going to do is it will take you to a completely separate world that is for survival. And this is going to have different permissions in the creative world, the adventure world. Building's going to be allowed here and all that fun stuff. So yeah, we're going to have two separate worlds. We might have three. We don't know yet. Just in case we need somewhere for people who are going to try to whitelist for the builder position to actually make a little preview of what they can do exactly. I hate that, but it's necessary. The game-changing game mode reset. Sometimes when we have people helping us actually build these cities, we give them game modes and all that, and sometimes we forget to take it off. So we kind of thought this would be a good idea. But I don't exactly know if the other admins would like me to do this, but I'm kind of half tempted to show you the 3 other capital cities in the server itself. The races we have right now are the Vorsarai. I'm probably not even pronouncing that kind of right, but that's Captain's race, which is kind of like a dwarfish kind of people, I guess. He always says they're like dwarfs, so that's how I'm going to describe them to you, because I don't know either. I have no clue. We have the humans, which is obvious, and the elves, which are obvious. Doesn't take a genius to know what those are. So I'm going to try this. Let's see if this works. And no, it doesn't. So let me try. Okay, maybe I won't show you the other cities. I know at one point, once we get the server back up, we get warps reset and homes reset and all that fun junk. I will actually do like a server-wide little tour, show everybody around the different cities for the different races. The humans, Maple Court, elves is Savanair, which I'm probably not pronouncing that right either, but whatever. And I don't know if Captain actually has a name for his city yet, like I don't either, which I really need to figure out. So yeah, that's about it right now. Just the beginning of the housing district, the beginning of the garden district, this little central area. I don't exactly know what's going to be back here yet. I don't know if it's going to be more houses. Probably, maybe. I don't know. It all depends. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much all I can think of at the moment. Yeah, just that's all the things of note. I made the little frozen canal scenery thingies down here. Handmade terrain. As you can see, the terrain around here is going to be a really, really dense forest. Dense forested area. Obviously, snow biome. I have ideas for the first dungeons and the first quest areas. Just a really, really basic idea. Nothing too in-depth yet. Like, I just have an idea of what I want to do. I don't know where or how I'm going to do it. But if all goes as well, it should be a really easy first dungeon questing experience for people. Because I'm sure a lot of people who just play single-player Minecraft don't have to deal with this stuff very often, and it's going to take a little while for them to get transitioned into it. And I don't want to assume everyone's MLG at everything dealing with this game. So, yeah, I guess that is actually about it. If you are interested in joining the server, once again, I'm going to put server information up in the description. If you have any questions regarding my race, my city, pretty much anything server-wide, you can find the link, or actually, I won't even do that. I'll post the link of the other leaders' YouTubes up in the description as well. And if you don't feel like going through all that trouble, you can just ask me directly, and I'll answer any question as soon as I can, which is probably going to be pretty quick. So, because I like to talk to people, especially people who have questions about the server. You might want to join, but you want to find out a few things. I'll be happy to answer any questions whatsoever. So, that's about it, alright? So, Sorry if this was a little drab and boring, but it's actually like 11 o'clock at night. Kind of got, I'm kind of a little bit hungry. I'm kind of a little bit tired. So I just got a sudden urge to just go ahead and do this. But I guess that's about it. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm going to post a lot of information down in the description below. And if not, if there's something down there that you can't find, or you can't find an answer to, or you just want to ask me directly, feel free as always. Alright, well, thank you for watching. That was just kind of an overview of what was going on, and I will see you all later.